So, hello students. In my previous class, in terms of literacy part, I had explained about the best Christmas present part 3. And today you are looking on the board that one poem that I am going to discuss with you, that is MACAVITY, that the mystery text. So word mystery, from the word mysterious, that it has been described as the mystery. So mystery means that is in and out, the secret, that one who maintains the secrecy. Afterwards that the people come to know that what has happened. But especially that it has been described, this poem about the cat. You know that how the cat is very clever, how the cat is very much cunning, that he steals the thing in such a way that no one comes to know that who has committed the crime. So there is a very beautiful sentence that cat's intelligence, that it always is equal to man's intelligence. The cat also is really a very expert hunter, that it hunts the rat, the mouse, and at house also, that it lives into so heavily that no one comes to know that whether there is a cat inside the room or not. So one beautiful sentence that it is in terms of relative pronoun. Everyone knows the cat whose intelligence is equal to max. So the cat is so cunning, and it also that applies its own intelligence as like the human being. And human beings are able to take the good decision, but beforehand that human being that takes the advice or that thinks very promptly, and then after that a man also that takes the decision. Same like that here also the cat, of course that it is an animal no doubt, but it always maintains the secrecy. How intelligent that the cat is, that one can never know. So a lot of descriptions, explanations can be given with respect to the man, cat and all. But here that we are coming to the main point, the main topic, the main poem, that is MACAVITY is the name of the cat, and it is a mystery cat. So MACAVITY is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden foe, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. He is the battlement of Scotland Yard, the flying square's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, MACAVITY is not there. So whenever that the cat also that turns into any house, that it enters with a hidden foe. So that its foe also is so spongy that even though that it stands on the earth, on the floor, that no sound also that comes. So very hidingly, without making any noise, the cat enters in anyone's house just to eat the edible things, or even to catch the rats also. The cats are very much fond of rats. So that he is really, according to the poet, that he is masterminded. He is really a criminal. And always that he tries to defy the law. The word defy, it means that is disobeying. Like that the man that shuts the door and then after the edible things that he keeps inside, and he orders to everyone that nobody is allowed to enter into the room. But what does the cat do? Does he really obey to the master? No. Through the window that the cat will jump and eat all the things, and then after that the cat will run away from there. So nobody that comes to know that who has eaten with all the edible things. So he is really a very criminal-minded, and always that he disobeys the law. He is the battlement of the court Scotland Yard. So still that he is battlement means that is puzzling, confusing. So still that he is that the puzzling the animal, because that Scotland Yard is also trying its own best to catch the cat. And Scotland Yard means that it is written in your book, that is the headquarters of London Police Force. So they are also very much after the cat, but the cat is not caught by the Scotland Yard. Even the flying squads, they are also ready to chase the cat and catch, but they also remain despair. Despair means without hope. There is no hope for them also. There is no guarantee of the flying squads whether that the flying squad would be able to catch the cat or not. And when they go for the investigation, the flying squad or the Scotland Yard, that when they reach on the spot, and you will see that the cat is not there. The MACAVITY is not there. So MACAVITY, there is no one like MACAVITY. He has broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation, his powers of levitation would make a fatigue stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, MACAVITY is not there. You may seek him in a basement. You may look up in the air. But I tell you, once and once again, MACAVITY is not there. MACAVITY is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. So, what does actually that the poet describe about the cat? That even every that the law which is created by the human being, so all kinds of the law is really that broken by the cat inside the house. He never stops stealing anything else which attracts the cat inside the house. And the powers of levitation, the word levitation means that is floating in the air without support. So really that the cat also jumps at a high level in the air without any support. And then that the cat falls down on the floor. Because of that, its paw is very spongy, so no harm that it takes place for the cat. The cat that never gets any wound, never gets any hurt. And so that in the air also the cat is able to jump. And he will just look like that he is a very innocent cat. He very look like that, like a saint, S-A-I-N-T, that is not fakir. In Urdu word, it is called a fakir. And after committing such kind of a crime, the cat runs away from there. And if anyone reaches over there for finding out that really that who has committed a crime, you will see that MACAVITY will not be there. Somewhere, anywhere else that you can find a cat, either in the house or in the basement, wherever that you see that if there is a chance for eating something that the cat does not lose its opportunities. It always tries to grab the eatable things. So it strikes the iron while it is hot. It means that he never gets the lose opportunity. He always tries to find out and he grabs the opportunity immediately. So again and again I will tell you that sometimes that it will be here, and again for a moment that if you see that you will find that the cat is not there. It has gone somewhere else. So you cannot find the cat at one place. MACAVITY is a ginger cat. It's very tall and thick. Its shape is just like the ginger. It is tall, but the thin. And you know that the thin body, that it is very active. It can run anywhere else without making any difficulty. And you see that the body structure that it also has been shown as a picture in your book. And you will come to know that his eyes are very sunken, that getting inside of the face. His brow is also deeply lined, as well as it has got the whiskers at the mouth, and even that his head is also just like a roof, because that is wears the hat on his head. His coat is dusty from necklet. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. MACAVITY, MACAVITY, there is no one like MACAVITY. For he is a fiend, infernal shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in a by street, you will see him in the square. But when a crime is discovered, then MACAVITY is not there. So all the time that the cat that roams here and there, and the clothes also become dusty. Even his whiskers are also not formed very properly. And always that he will look by setting its own head from one direction to other direction, as like that the snake does. In the same way that the cat also remains very alert, and always that it takes the safety precaution. He tries that no one would like to see him. So cat is really very cunning, very cunning. And if you think like that, the cat is sleeping, no. The halfway that he is awake also. So even though during the sleeping hours that the cat remains awake. And of course that as the MACAVITY, the cat is so cunning, so no one is like the MACAVITY about the intelligence of MACAVITY. And the word fear means that is devil, and feline means that related to a cat. So really that MACAVITY, the cat, is a devil. All of a sudden that it will appear from somewhere else. And you cannot find that what has happened. By stealing the things, that the cat will flee away, run away from there, from the spot. And one that does not know, and even that cannot know that who has committed this kind of a crime. You know that the cat is only fond of eating the lovable things. The cat is very much fond of drinking milk. The cat is very much fond of the catching the rats and other edible things also. So he does put all the activities very hidingly, very silently. And you may meet somewhere else in the street or in the basement or in a house, anywhere that you can find. That he will be just exploring the things, that where exactly that the edible things are there or not. The cat is very much expert in smelling of the edible things, and very hardly that the cat reaches on the spot. And this kind of a crime that always is committed by the cat. And if anyone that goes or runs, immediately just to reach on the spot, just to catch the criminal, but you will see that MACAVITY will not be there. So after eating or something else, that the MACAVITY, the cat, would run away from the spot. And still that it is a mystery to solve the case. Even there is a mystery in and out that who has committed the crime. Because of that, the cat is not there. Who has really committed the crime? Then how can that even a police force or even a person also can be able to find out the real culprit, the real criminal? So the poet has described the cat in a very funny way and very interesting poem also. Thank you.